Wine Club. It's me, and we are trying something a little different for the March Wine Club because, I think one of the biggest things with the Wine Club is we go through all the wines and we send you on your way, or if you're in a rush, you don't even go through the wines. But by the time you get home, it's a lot of information that I've thrown at you very quickly, and it's super easy to kind of get lost in translation with what wine was which, or if there were food pairing recommendations or what that looked like. So this way you kind of have it if you want to go back, or when you're ready to open a wine to take a look and learn something about it, or just what it is even. So we'll see how this goes. Now, bear with me. I am new to becoming an Instagram and YouTube sensation. So this is a new thing for me. But this is our Silver Wine Club for March, and this is the standard one. So I mean, if yours is customized for all reds or what have you, I mean, some of these will be the same, but we'll still kind of do that when you come in. Okay, the first wine in the March Wine Club is the Zinc Pinot Blanc. So this is a wine. I guess I'll hold it here. This is a wine from Alsace in France. So this one, we're right on the French-German border, very high altitude up in the Vosges Mountains. So you're you get much more of that continental climate where there's very distinct days and nights and temperature swings and that sort of thing. Paul Zinc started in '64 with, I think a really modest 8 hectares or something like that. And they've grown 50 plus now, all on, steep mountainside, still hand harvested, still that very romantic, by foot, by hand, maybe not by choice for all of those. But his son, runs it now, and they, when they were working in harmony, it created this really great kind of synergy of traditional wine style making with new age techniques. But Pinot Blanc, so similar to Pinot Gris, but, more of a leaner expression, a little more restrained. With this one being French and high altitude, it's your lighter bodied with apricots, grapefruit, peaches, almond undertones, that sort of thing. Would be dynamite with, goat cheese or quiche, or some of those milder flavors that have, fats and yumminess to it. So Zinc 2022. And then we have the Mount Riley Pinot Gris. So this is a New Zealand Pinot Gris. Very, classic Sauvignon Blanc and Pinot Noir country, all estate-grown fruit. But I think they do a really good job with Pinot Gris. And it's one of those ones, Sauvignon Blanc was having so much star power, and it, paid the bills, and it was, on the scale. So Pinot Gris kind of fell by the wayside. And, trying it again recently, it's, this is dynamite, and it's so different than the Sauvignon Blanc we see out in New Zealand. So, excluding today as we get into warmer weather and sunshine, it's a fun alternative. This one is, much more like tropical fruits. It's a little like just off dry. So it's not a sweet wine by any means, but it's got a little bit of that richness, a little bit fuller mouthfeel, that vibrancy to it. Something that would be great, you could get away with spicier cuisine, like if you did it with a curry, or if you did it with, a stir fry that wasn't too wild or anything like that. Sushi would be really good with it. It's a good patio sipper. It has a lot of aromatics that, as it warms up a little bit, it, just continues to open up for you. La Galoche. So this is a Beaujolais Rosé. La Galoche is the stream that runs through this property in the very south of Beaujolais. So for this one, we're in Burgundy, France. So kind of at the very southern end of the southern sub-region. So, very bottom. And it is made 100% from the forgotten stepchild of Burgundy, which is the Gamay red grape. Very similar profiles to the Pinot Noir, but a little bit more, it's just bright. Like you get your raspberries, you get that watermelon note. It's a very fun, crushable, easy drinking, fruit forward style, while still being a dry French rosé. Something like this, again, if you were doing like a white sauce pizza, or if you were doing, you know, like a salad with some salty characteristics and a denser meat, like a shrimp or a white fish, nothing too oily, would be great with it. It is a natural wine, so these are unfined, unfiltered, sustainable, organic, all the healthy words. But they've converted the property since '07, where it used to be quite heavy in pesticides. And that being said, they, you know, if they had 100 acres, you know, they went it down by 60%, because the vines were so harmed, and they wanted to shift the style of winemaking. So natural, if you do see, I mean, it doesn't have any here, but sometimes you'll see, a little bit of sediment or flakiness, or it almost looks like a thick kind of just fluid coming through. Not, you know, not off, not anything to be worried about, just one of the side effects of not filtering or refining or, you know, clarifying the wines. So this is your rosé. All right, and now for your reds. So the first red we have is the 11th Hour Pinot Noir. This is brand new Pinot for us from California. Northern coast source, or fruit is sourced kind of all over, but more kind of concentrated in the Lodi and San Joaquin County area. So this is your classic California Pinot, where you know, you get that it's a light red for sure, but that California style. So it's plusher. It's a little bit more like California, right? Where it's a party. You get the nice bright strawberries. You get, you know, those pretty notes, that herbaceous quality to it, that nice pop of acidity. 11th Hour paying homage to, you know, that no matter how prepared you can be throughout the entire harvest, throughout the entire growing season, throughout everything, you know, there's a lot of game time decisions in terms of when to harvest, or if we're gonna add oak, or how long we're gonna do, or what, you know, minor manipulations need to happen to get the best expression of the grape. So this is your Pinot Noir for your March Wine Club. Next we have the Borgonero. Oh, sorry, one sec.